Because you don't need 20 friends. You just need 3 motherfuckers and you can take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me 3 bad motherfuckers and you're finished. You understand me? You're fucking finished because we got each other.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Wednesday night here on Beyond Wednesdays, where we get to talk about all the new comics, even before you get a chance to read them. And we get to spoil them before you get a chance to read them. We've been really good. I've been really good about that. All blame goes on me because I get excited and I want to talk about them. And so I'm glad I get to talk about them with these guys and everybody here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Rich Taylor and Yeezee from Spec Media, who just broke the 1,000 sub mark. Congratulations to these guys again. Rich,
oh yeah,
man, it's awesome. How's it been going? Has it been a steady climb since then?
Oh yeah, we're at 1.01 now.
Nice.
So make sure to go to the last video, leave a comment. I'm giving away the sealed Essentia. Keep it sealed, sell it on eBay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Schrodinger's book.
You know how paranoid I am, right? So as soon as we passed 1,000, we got to like 1,004. I was like, "Fuck, dude! I don't have any card breaks this week. I'm gonna lose 5, and I'm gonna go back. It's gonna say 9.99. I'm gonna be so embarrassed." But it kept climbing up. So
nice, good. And of course, Clutch is here to talk about a big G.I. Joe story, and I get to geek out with him because I know he's a big G.I. Joe fan too. It's gonna be fun talking about this tonight, man.
Awesome.
So good shit. All right, you know how we're going to start it. We're going to start it with the new comic book day, and probably the best book this week. I don't know. A lot of people are going to be geeking out about it, and that is Avengers Twilight. The other day, I was like, man, I forget that about Avengers Twilight. Did it end? What happened? Because I think it missed a week or something. It was like, a short week or something, or I don't know. I'm stoned and it just didn't show up. And I forgot about it. And it makes you think, it made me think, like, when a book, goes on break, or if there's a little, and you're used to it coming out every other week, or, every 3 weeks, every month, whatever, and it goes on break, you really do forget about it quite quickly. Like,
oh, it can lose its momentum of like the excitement, the hype, like all of those points. And then like, unless it returns just as strong as it, like when it broke out, then, either like people like, oh, I love it, or just don't care. Right.
Yeah. That's same thing as content. People who watch YouTube have short memories. If you don't keep pumping it out, they'll move on to the next.
Yeah. What was the last big book other than Saga? There's a book that I remember that did it. That was, I think it was like something Furthest Place from Home, or No Kids at Home, or something like that. It was really good. It came out, and then it was gone for like a year. Nothing came out.
What year?
Just killed it.
What year?
I don't know. It was.
What
was that called?
What?
And they had the cool covers and I think it was a Kieran Gillen project. It might have been a Kieran Gillen project. Was it What's the Furthest Place from Here? Or chat will let me know. No Kids Like Home, No Place Like Home. I don't know. Anyways, we're giving you a little bit of
thing. Like Robert always talked about, like with Walking Dead, he's like, the reason why Walking Dead success was because every month that book came out. It was like the second Wednesday of the week. It was like clockwork. And you knew that the habits of the Wednesday Warriors, man, you go in, you know, like, hey, man, the second week I'm gonna grab this book, third week I'm gonna grab that book. And if it's not there, you know, MIA.
Yep.
4 kids walking the bank.
That it was like that. It was like that, but it was out. It came out at the same time as that. That was a nice. That was a nice. A nice answer though. That came
Dead
out of
End
left
Kids?
field, huh?
Dead End Kids.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways,
what's the furthest place from here? Or the furthest place from here?
Isn't that Scotty Young? I thought that was Scotty.
No, I have one of those books somewhere. But like, it took a break for like 3 months or something like that, and then I still had it on my pull box. And then all of a sudden, like, it's like I remember the first like 5 issues releasing, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm picking up issue 12. Like, what happened in that time period?
Yeah.
Well, the book did a good job, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, and you know, is because the book. One of the best things about the book this week was this page that reminded you, kind of gave you like a heads up, right, of what's going on. And when this page is written well and they do it in a cool way, it always starts the book off. You're like, oh, like it gives you that lift, right? And the way that it talks about this, and I'm just going to read this because this is so good. It says, in the future, the world is still haunted by H-Day, a battle with artificial intelligence Ultron that resulted in the deaths of many heroes. And then it kind of tells about, you know, what the heroes did. It goes, and then it talks about James Stark. It goes, James Stark, the son of Iron Man and the Wasp, has been corrupted by his mentor, who was revealed to be the Red Skull in disguise. With James's help, the Red Skull launched a government coup, killing the president and battling the Avengers in Washington, D.C. During the battle, the Red Skull unleashed his secret weapon, the Hulk, right? And then the next page is just the Hulk fucking everything up, right? That's badass right there. What a great way to start that book off. Yeah, we're all wondering what's going on with the Hulk, and boom. And basically, so wasn't there like a jump back where did it jump back at some point and explain something about Ant-Man's, or I mean the Wasp? Like, where did she go? I don't, for some reason I don't remember where she went, and how I thought, for some reason I was thinking she died in that hotel blast that killed Tony too, or, you know, blew him up. So anyways, let's get back to the story. So the Hulk is just destroying everything, and, you know, they're fighting the Avengers, and just it's the final battle. You know, the Red Skull is beating up Cap. Cap's just getting, you know, more tired, and Thor is taking on the Hulk as he would, right? And then Tony and his son are fighting each other, but Tony's trying to talk to him to kind of remember, like, figure out everything. And they go to this scene where they show kind of what happened. And do you guys remember? For some reason, I forget about the ring too. Why do I forget about the ring? What was the thing with the ring? Chat, let me know if you guys know. I figured like he was starting to get like memories, because Tony says to him, you could see James Stark pointing at Tony and saying to him, like, you know, complaining, yada, yada, yada. This is why I'm doing this. People need to know. And Tony says, oh, the ring. And he sees the ring. He says, I remember. And then they just start showing memories. So did he give him that ring? Do you guys remember that? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I stopped reading it after 2. I'm going through it right now. So
anyways, and then there's a bomb about to be dropped, and the Wasp shows up, right? And she's all fucking giant size. She grabs the bomb. She gets hit by the Red Skull. Red Skull kind of fucks her up. And then it shows the Hulk, right? And the Hulk, and this is probably the coolest part of the book to me, right? and this is as far as I'm going to really spoil this until we jump to the end. And the fact that the Hulk and Thor are fighting, and they show them jumping from state to state, right? Freaking Texas, New Mexico, Phoenix, and he's just destroying everything, and he's going crazy, right? And the whole time all the Avengers are thinking, what's going on? Is Banner still in there? They say that, like Cap said. I think it's Cap that says we're all saying, we're all thinking the same thing. Is Banner still in there? And then Banner finally comes out and he tells Thor, dude, I've just killed too many and I've destroyed too much. I can't come back from this. You have to kill me. Just kill me.
Jeez.
Right? Think about that.
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah, that's super, super intense. He's asking his friend, like, I can't, it's okay, do this. I know you guys are all thinking that you don't want to do this because you care about me, but I can't come back from this. That was the game changer that made this. Every little nitpicky bullshit thing I had with this book changed right there. I was just, right? You know?
Yeah, that shit happens.
And, you know.
Man, I miss Thor and Hulk in Texas.
Yeah, I know.
Where do you think all those storms came from?
Yeah,
that's
fucking
true.
A.
That makes more sense now.
Yeah, damn right. So, everybody's fighting and yada yada, and they do their thing, and they defeat the Red Skull. And in order to defeat them, a bunch of shit's got to happen, and some major stuff's got to happen, and they win. But at the end, Hulk has to kill, or Thor has to kill the Hulk. Okay, I mean, but just by seeing that, you guys know that's going to happen, and it's really interesting. I'm not going to spoil how it happens. I don't think that's a big deal, but then the whole thing with the Hulk and Thor gets even better. And this made me like an even bigger fan of Thor. It's funny how good like writing or can make you a bigger fan of a character.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. What were you previously didn't care for the character at all, but then like one good story or story arc like gets you hooked onto that character, where it's like kind of like, oh, I want to see more of this character. Yeah, I want to read more into it.
Yeah. So at the end, Thor goes back and he's like, put in my everything else put on hold. I need to talk to. I think he says Odin. I think he needs to talk to Odin, the Odin father. And he like first thing, and he's like. He goes. He tells his servant guy. He goes. The servant guy says to him like, the realm is for deceased Asgardian warriors, sir. To hear from Odin, its great defender on such a matter is. And Thor just goes, I will deal with your other issues tomorrow. Tell all to leave Thor be. Like fuck off. I want to talk to the Allfather. Everything else can be put on hold. And the reason he talks to the Allfather, there's a cool little thing with Loki in there too. But as soon as the reason he talks to the Allfather, he goes and talks to the Allfather, and he gets fucking. I'll spoil it here too. Tony dies. He gets Tony and Banner in the afterlife. He puts in a favor, and they get to come and be in Valhalla. Asgard? Valhalla. Yeah. They get to be in Valhalla. And there's this cool scene where, Tony's telling like Banner, come on, man, enjoy yourself. Like we're here, and Tony's of course drinking away. And Banner's like, yeah, why they keep making fun of me because I keep asking for fucking non-alcoholic beers, Great fucking story, you guys. Like, so far, the only thing, there was a couple very little things that were nitpicky, and Clutch kind of said it backstage. He said you just don't like the happy, that like that when it ends well, happy. He made fun of you about happy endings, but it is what it is. I don't, I had to wait for somebody to die before I liked it, because at this point they're like winning. Like it's kind of weird. Like, when they're fighting Red Skull, it's like the Red Skull's just talking, and doing his Red Skull rhetoric, and it's the normal stuff. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, this is kind of cheesy. Like, she shows up out of nowhere, she comes back all of a sudden. Now all the Starks are going to be happy little family. Now they're getting James Stark, and nope, it hits you in the gut, man. And that's a good story.
Hence why it's called The World Is Watching, that story.
Yeah.
Do you think it would have been cheesy if they killed Captain America with a flag?
Yes. That would have been
They tried.
That's overkill.
They did try to do that, but I mean, like, with Red Skull doing that. But I think that was like a bit over the top. Well,
I thought it was kind of cool how Captain America tried to kill Red Skull. Well, basically did kill Red Skull with his shield, cut him in half. But Red Skull had a little, thermal detonator trick going on, and he had a failsafe that was going to blow up a bunch of shit. So they took him out and blew him up, and that's how Tony died. But those good. This is Justin Shannon. This is Avengers Twilight. If you haven't read the whole series, this series is good enough that what I said, I'll tell you what makes a really good series to me, or a good comic book, is something that you'll read multiple times to find those little things that you missed. Obviously, I missed some things, so I'm going to go back and reread those to find out, remember. I don't know about you guys, but I've read that Doom book multiple times now. I read the Energon stuff multiple times. There's books that I read multiple times now, and spoiling this little part, I don't think it's gonna ruin it for you. So check it out.
I mean, it's like reading your favorite book, right? Like, you can read it over and over again.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's something else that you like slightly missed, like your first read through or whatever, or your last read through.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
How good is that cover though?
It's good.
Alex Ross. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's badass. I think he's I know he's the GOAT. He's unbeatable. I don't think there's anybody close, in my opinion, to Alex Ross's all-time artist in comics, other than Frazetta. I've talked about that. But the Twilight covers are pretty cool, or the Lightning covers are pretty cool. Now, I don't know if there's probably, I'm sure there's people that are building a set.
Yeah.
These were the 1/100s. What are these? Is this one hot right now? Are any of these hot on the secondary market?
That's a Shelby, the Virgin. There's a open order trade for that one too.
Yeah, you can get them for less.
I don't know if I like it or not. I ordered it. It's coming. I just
Less than ratio. Oh no.
That's the norm now, man.
$31.
Unless you're a random 1 in 25 that shoots up to like $300, right?
I wonder if they do Avengers Twilight. 100. What's that? They do the Alex Ross sets. That's smart. $30 for the set. That's pretty good. $41 for the number 4. Yeah, they're not bad. Let's see here. If they do if I just do Avengers Twilight one, they're probably taking that number 1 as a number 1, but let's see here. $40. That's a good, the Hawkeye one's really good. I think they're all pretty good. They look dope in a cool frame. Maybe get a set
like a
signed.
Maybe like a print or something.
I don't know. Who knows? Print. I think the art of printing is dead, dude.
True.
Other than when the artist does it.
Yeah, probably because everyone does it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like even if it's not their art.
Yeah. All right.
Or have rights to do it. I should say.
Yeah, well, there's that saying, right, that that used to be the IP infringement territory, the print game in comics, right before, it's kind of moved over to variants. It used to be in the print world.
Well, I don't think it's like at the scale that comics are doing it at, right? Where it's only the people going to that convention, or every convention, right? Every big convention, versus like, Joe whoever printed out this book and is selling it online and anyone can buy it. So I see him doing it. Why not? Why can't I do that?
Yep. Yeah, that's how it is. I see somebody else making money. Let's figure out a way for me to do something similar. That's the game. All right.
You're going to sell Coke. I'm going to sell Pepsi.
Yeah. Speaking of making money, holy shit, Nike.
Oh,
look
wow.
At that.
That's was crazy. Did not expect.
That was at 900,000 at like, I don't know, 10 p.m. last night.
Yeah.
I looked at it when it dropped yesterday, and I saw that it instantly went to like six figures or something like that. And then, I can understand why, like, each person, 3,000 backers, and then every person throwing in like, I'm guessing $600. It's probably close to that number.
So for you guys that are wondering what you're looking at here, if this doesn't prove that how important crowdfunding is to comic books in the medium, and that it's going to work, here's another example of it happening. Skybound did a special Kickstarter for the. Is it Skybound? Right, it's Skybound that did it.
Yeah, Skybound.
For the G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero compendium set, which is basically all the original Real American Hero stuff in these gorgeous bound, compendiums. They're absolutely beautiful. Look at these right here. Let's get a bigger picture. They're massive. And you can pick which one, right? Joe or Cobra. Look at those.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's badass. Oh yeah.
Kubert. He's the A Real American Hero cover artist now, right? He's done all the cover art for the new A Real American Hero run, which has been really good. Look how beautiful this stuff is. All right, check this out. This will help explain it.
Wherever there's trouble, G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe.
My name is Larry Hama, and this is your chance to get the complete original run of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, along with all the spin-offs in an exclusive hardcover compendium set for the first time ever. When you back this campaign, choose your side to unlock exclusive rewards. Will you stand with G.I. Joe or rule the world with Cobra? From trading cards to slipcases to hand-signed book plates from me, this is your chance to experience G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, like never before. Yo, Joe.
It's pretty badass.
So good. So smart.
Hell yeah.
Especially to have Larry Hama introduce it. This is this was the number one thing I remember everybody was kind of worried about. That is whoever going to get it going to continue the Larry Hama stuff. And it was super cool when we found out that was going to happen. And I think that kind of proves, again, with what he's a fan of this stuff, right? He's a fan of especially he's nostalgic for it, obviously. So he's not going to do anything. This is why you want somebody that's a fan to do this, right? This is the whole reason. Do stuff like this. Look at
Okay,
that.
so if you can only afford one, which side are you buying? Are you buying the G.I. Joe or the Cobra side?
Cobra.
Cobra all day.
Yep.
All day.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That Snake Eyes, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was a Storm Shadow, on the Cobra side,
there is. Yeah, check it out. So here's for everybody that wants to see this stuff. Here's the compendiums. There's compendium 1. You got Snake Eyes, the famous Mike Zeck Snake Eyes, right? Which is classic. You got the Cobra Commander on the Cobra one. This is the stuff. Look at that. Wow. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I mean, that was one thing I think when Skyman was talking about taking over the license, and like they were like, we have to at some point reprint all the Marvel stuff because it's not, wasn't available for such the longest time in any collected form. So
that's why those trade paperbacks go for such big money. There was just one on the market report last week that I didn't put on, but it was the final one of the trade paperback of the Real American Hero series, and it sells for a grip, $300 and something. So wow. Compendium 1 is going to have G.I. Joe Real American Hero 1 through 50. 2 will have Real American Hero 51 through 78. G.I. Joe Yearbook 2 through 4, and G.I. Joe Special Missions 1 through 15. Compendium 3 will have a Real American Hero 79 through 115, and G.I. Joe Special Missions 16 through 28. And 4 will have a Real American Hero 116 through 155, G.I. Joe and the Transformers 1 through 4, G.I. Joe Order of Battle 1 through 4, G.I. Joe Special number 1, which is the famous Scott Koblish homage to Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man number 1. That's cool. Each box set features brand new G.I. Joe or Cobra illustrations by Andy Kubert and colored by Brad Anderson. So those images that we saw. Look how that's cool how it fits in the box.
Oh, that is cool.
Right?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
There's the images on the side.
It's gonna weigh so compendiums usually weigh about 6 pounds a piece, so 25 pounds per box.
Wow.
Hefty.
That's good, yeah. Heavy duty.
So here's let's see if we get the Storm Shadow. You get cards with each box set. You will receive 9 campaign exclusive G.I. Joe or Cobra collectible trading cards from some of the best artists of the past, present, and future, including Chris Mooneyham, Lee Weeks, Rod Wiggum, Carlo I'm going to mess up that name, Pagulan, Paul Peltier, Pat Orliff, Olaf, Ron Wagner, Dan Jurgens, and Larry Hama. Wow.
That's badass.
That's a dope Snake Eyes art by Chris Mooneyham. Wow. That's badass.
Yeah, I would definitely send those cards into PSA.
That's a dope Baroness one, too. That would be kind of cool. I wonder if we'll see that. It's free Storm Shadow card. He's the one guy that's not on either side, I guess.
Or that's what, technically on both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can get digital edition of Compendium, so you can pay for more to get digital editions. Wow. That's interesting. $300 for the complete box set Joe edition. $300 for the complete box set Cobra Commander. There's the Storm Shadow image. It's not as good as the Zek Snake Eyes, but I'm a Cobra person. And look, you can get... Oh, this is gone. The 300 with the Larry Hama book plate, which is pretty dope. That's sold out. $600 for the G.I. Joe book plate. Is that what that is? That's not sold. Yeah,
no, the $600 you get the his thing is you get both the Cobra and the Joe boxes.
Okay.
Basically both together.
And then you can get it
just
with
drop
the book
$6
plate.
bills on both, man.
And then you can get it with a book plate that's sold out.
Yeah, all those ones were like the early bird.
Yeah, they were gone last night.
Yeah.
And this is gone too. It comes with all the Kubert prints. So there's stretch goals, spot gloss added to all the box sets, double-sided bookmark added to all the physical pledges, die-cut stickers, Duke fold-out poster by Kubert, Cobra Commander fold-out by Andy Kubert. These are all funded. Ribbons added to all compendiums. Foil Fever foil added to all compendium covers, spines, and trading cards. That's pretty dope. 4-patch G.I. Joe 4-inch patch added to all physical pledges, also Cobra. The next one is at 1.3 million. Cobra team fold-out poster added. G.I. Joe team fold-out poster added. So it's getting close to these guys. That's dope. I love how the stickers are like the old school. You put the coins in the machines when you're a kid. Prism stickers. Do you guys remember those?
Uh-huh.
They were super hot for a while. Yeah. Very cool. Look at that. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, hell yeah.
Man,
I need one of those for my base.
That's instant nostalgia, man. That was smart.
Hey, get one of those, maybe 2 of those to put on my rollerblades. That'd be sick. Still cool though. Still cool.
I love this Storm Shadow image right here. That's always been a cool image. I love that second outfit that he had. Costume. So badass. Well, there you go. For everybody that is a G.I. Joe fan, I'm sure a lot of us will be signing up for this Kickstarter. And a lot of us have already signed up. 3,000 backers in a day.
Damn, that's awesome, man. Congrats.
Yeah.
Badass.
You guys are killing it.
Yep. I couldn't be more excited. Let's see here. New comic book day. J. Scott Campbell, or not new comic book day. FOC. Was this FOC, right? Did you guys see this? The X-Men #1 Psylocke.
Didn't see that, but that's dope.
I did see this one.
God.
I like the magic cover better.
Are you serious? You like the magic cover? I like the magic cover. The magic cover is great, but no way. This is
the one. I think.
I love how
I personally,
she's got her hands are powered up. It's kind of hard to do a good Psylocke. It's not hard to do a good Psylocke cover. I shouldn't say that, but there's a ton of great Psylocke covers out there, and he's done a ton of them also. And
there's some rad ones too.
Yeah, this is the 1 in 100. Here's the regular.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh my god, the regular is just as good.
Hell yeah, love it.
So he must be doing one of each for all the X-Men books, which if they're this good, holy cow. Wow. I wonder if they're connecting. They look like they might be connecting, right? Maybe they all say like X-Men or something, and there's going to be that would be cool. What was the magic one? The magic one was this, by the way, there is a magic variant for X-Men #1, John Tyler Christopher variant, I mean.
Well,
That's
Dude,
cool.
her
So
sword
cool.
keeps getting bigger. Right?
The only thing I wish he would have done here is I wish he would have gave her sword a glow.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah,
I like
but this
that.
looks
That's nice.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, did a good job.
Let's see. It says my second in the series of variant covers. It's on his Instagram. I can share a link.
There's also, here's the main cover. So this is the Cyclops. Is it Juggernaut or Juggernaut's son? I can't remember. Let's see here. So it says, from the ashes, Krakoa is gone, Orcus has fallen, but the X-Men remain. Always. Cyclops leads because that is what he does. Beast builds because that is what he does. And from their new home in Alaska, the X-Men raise a flag of defiance. Mutant business is their business. Join Cyclops, Beast, Magneto, Psylocke, Kid Omega, Temper, Magic, and Juggernaut as the new forces in the world to move into position, battling for the destiny and philosophy of the mutant species. That's cool. I like that Juggernaut's there. It's going to make me more... This is a great team. Holy shit. Kid Omega.
So this is a new team then.
Yeah, so
right?
they're basically doing kind of like what they've done multiple times, where they kind of reset everything and they put them all in new teams. So,
it's for issue number 2. It's when they're doing the Magic cover.
issue number 2, X-Men number 2.
Mm.
Damn. Yeah, number 2.
There it is, right there. I thought that sword.
They're
was
connecting. You can see it looks like they're connecting.
big. Yeah.
It says maybe,
And it's gonna have that. It's gonna have that glowing X-Men title in the background too.
Point of view cover.
It's cool. I like that one too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's killing it.
It might just be worth buying the set.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good.
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
If they're 1 in 100s, though, I mean, they're gonna go crazy. You know that. All right, new books this week. We have a Avengers facsimile that's got a 1 in 25. Is it a 1 in 25? No. They do.
Yes, it is. It is a 125.
Okay, this right here.
Yeah. Yeah. It was has Rogue and. Well, I don't see Rogue on that one.
Yeah, what is this? King size Avengers.
That's a different one than I.
That's
saw.
old. What is that? Well, that's a mess up. It's this one, right?
You know, there it is, top right.
This one.
When I first saw that cover, I was like, oh, right there,
here.
right next to the facsimile, yeah, on the left. I was like, oh, we finally get Rogue on the cover. Like, I mean, her, you know, she's kind of on the cover of the original, but her silhouette or whatever.
Yeah. You know what that was that we were looking at? This is the Marvel Legends book that is in the back. It must be in the back of some character because it says not for resale.
Mm.
It must have a new cover.
Figure.
Yeah, like the Spider-Man 2099, the X23. You know, they have those cool variants.
Yeah.
So, wow.
That's
a cool cover.
Suit.
Yeah.
I love the black suit, Carol Danvers.
Dennis is saying it's unused original art.
Well, they used it, and they must have used it in the the Captain Marvel Legends.
What does that mean? Unused original art.
So it's like known art, but it wasn't used for anything published.
So it was like floating around, or it was known by the artist, and then they finally published it.
Okay. Or where it was like previewed in something, but then like it was never actually printed.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that facsimile 1 in 25 cover with Rogan and Carol Danvers is great, but at least it's something different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it actually means something because you actually get a full, nice picture of Rogue and those two
cover.
adversaries fighting.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. All right. Black Panther Blood Hunt #1. I haven't read this yet. I will read it probably tomorrow.
I thought there was going to be a red band for this one. That's what I heard, but I guess not.
Let's take a look. second
It's not on
printing,
FOC.
blood soak.
See the red.
There's a red variant. There
Yeah,
is
I like
no, yeah,
I like
the red
that
variant,
sketch. Yeah.
sketch variant. Let's see here. What else we got? We've got
First Spider Woman from the Into the Spider Verse.
hold
Edge
on.
of Spider Verse.
I'm just going to go by alphabetical. We'll just run down it real quick, see if I see anything until we get there. Oh, this Drawing Blood, that's a Kevin Eastman series. That's supposed to be pretty good. Here's the Spider-Verse stuff. You got the Momoko second print, 1 in 25.
I hate that.
Listen,
It's like an alien.
you guys
Skinwalker.
know I talk a lot of trash about Momoko's art, and I can be an asshole about that, but I'm going to take it all back because, and I've said this in the past, when she can kill things. There's something, she does a switch or something. Did you guys see the new Tool poster?
No.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
Oh my God,
yeah.
you guys.
Is this Momoko?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Probably my favorite band ever.
Look at this. Let me see if I can
That's
find
Well,
it.
it's really badass.
Yeah, let me
See,
see if I
that's
can-
good Momoko. Good Momoko.
Yeah, this is their tour poster for Amsterdam, you guys.
Oh, that's tight.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's sick. Her older stuff, her like creepy stuff when years and years, like that stuff was
Well,
sick.
yeah.
I bought 2 originals from her at WonderCon
That's
like
cool.
8 years ago, and they're so good.
Yeah.
I think that's her wheelhouse, though. You know what I mean?
The dark.
where she where she feels most comfortable, because that's where she got her breakthrough. And so when she has to clean it up, like I think that's where she gets like kind of like, oh, I don't know if this will be good or not.
I thought she did really good on the last Ronin covers. Those things were badass. I really
Yes.
like her X-Men stuff. It grew on me. I didn't like it at first, but now I do, especially when I look in the panels. I'm like, oh my God, it's like I'm looking at all Momoko variants. It's
Yeah.
cool.
She
But some
has
of the
like
stuff-
she has like 10 images that are just top notch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That the type of things that you want to own because the image is so good. And we've talked about most of them. This is a new one. This is absolutely beautiful. And you guys know Tool, they do a lot of their cool foil images. And here's the funny thing, right? I think this is the second or third Tool thing she's done. This has to be something where, because isn't her and Adi Granov, aren't they both like repped by the same person? They do the cons together all the time. So I wonder, because Adi Granov does all the cool Tool art. So I wonder if Adi Granov was like, check out this new artist. You got to get her to do some art for you. And if that's the case, that's fucking cool.
Or the art rep has a connection with Tool.
Maybe. It's pretty amazing to see all the cool art and artists that Tool works with. But I know, Richie, you said that they're probably your favorite band, and I'm a huge Tool fan also. But I think A Perfect Circle is better.
Nope.
Yeah.
I've seen them both multiple times, and Tool is my jam. Well, that's just me. I mean, different strokes for different folks, but
yeah.
Wasn't the drummer of A Perfect Circle, wasn't he also in the Vandals?
Yeah, Danny Carey. No, Perfect Circle. You're thinking of he's a famous studio drummer.
John Freese.
Yeah, Freese. Yeah.
He's now the drummer for Foo Fighters too.
Yep. Josh Freese. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's only 12
Or
musicians
Freezy.
in the world, if you didn't know.
Yep.
See, I like heavier stuff. And when it comes to this stuff, hard rock or however you want to call it, I think Perfect Circle is just more melodic versus Tool.
That's why I like.
It's because you're a bass player too, so you like the driving bass lines in Tool.
Oh yeah. And the first time I saw Perfect Circle, I saw him with Korn and over here at the pond where the Ducks play.
The first time I saw Perfect. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead. It's all good.
Sorry, I just spaced out. Cannabis hit me.
I was gonna say Maynard was wearing a dress when I first saw him.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Zabit. He says, just wanted to make sure I let Rich, Bryan, Yee know how I appreciate all the shows and entertainment y'all provide. The industry show is truly something to be proud of. Thank you. And that is a $10 super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. By the way, the guy down below will be soon a guest on the industry show in the next couple weeks, I guess. With
he's like, when? What?
Hold on. With a very first time appearance from a long time supporter of Beyond Wednesdays and everything that a lot of us do on content creation in the comic book YouTube community, Drew from Wanted Comics. I can't wait for that.
Whoa!
So, yeah,
I'm excited to see him on a podcast because, like,
that's huge too.
He's always super nice. Like, anytime I jump into one of his live streams on eBay Live, he's like, and I'll say, like, what's up? He's like, and it's the best bass player in the comic community. I'm like, I'm just a current player. That's all it is.
I watched there's a YouTube channel. I think it's called Drumeo or something like that. And they bring in all these badass drummers and they get them to play. They take out the drum tracks from like a famous song and they get them to play what they think the drums should be. And
oh, that's cool.
The last one I saw, I think it was Mike Portnoy, and they used a Tool song, and it's supposed to be like one of the hardest songs, to play on drums. And it was amazing content. I think that there's drummers out there that are absolutely unreal, and we all know Mike Portnoy is unreal. To see them like talk about other drummers is super cool, and this show's amazing, and it's all it is. They have Chad Smith on there, and
oh
yeah, Chad Smith's fucking great. He does a 30 Seconds to Mars song, and he's making fun of Jared Leto and 30 Seconds to Mars while he's doing it, in like a funny way. It's really good.
And that was awesome too. Like he like nailed it one take, and it was like so close to what the actual like drum track was. It was wild.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
They do really good stuff, man. They Drumeo, and I think they have a couple other channels. Like I have a piano channel and stuff like that. They're awesome.
Yeah. Top 10 content on YouTube for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. So,
I like when they do the super bands, like where it's like members from like for different positions, right? And then like they're all within the same genre, right?
Yeah. They just got done kind of doing that. Tool did. It was Maynard's 60th birthday, I think. So he got Tool, Perfect Circle, Primus, and I think Pucifer, which is his band he does with his wife, I think. They did shows and they toured, and they all played together at the same time. So they would play each other's songs, I guess.
That's cool.
My brother went. I didn't go, but my brother went, and he said it was awesome. So, that's kind of cool to see all those guys play each other's at the same time, play their shit.
Well, so everyone in my band plays a different instrument as well. Like I play guitar, like our drummer can play bass. Our lead guitarist has been covering vocals when our vocalist can't. So we're talking about actually like learning one of our songs on a different instrument so we can just like play it.
That's
good
idea.
Cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Here's Into the Spider-Verse stuff. This is which one did you like, Richie? The A cover? The Virgin?
I just grabbed a couple of the A's and then I pre-ordered the Virgin.
Wow.
Yeah, right there. Because she's solo on there and
that's cool.
Pretty cool.
That's a great cover.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah.
I got to be honest, this one looks just as good. Well, maybe not.
Yeah.
It looks good. They're both good. I always loved the Edge of Spider-Verse trade dress for some reason. But man, here's the 1 in 25.
I don't think she's on there. I didn't see her on there on FOC.
She's not, but that's still a great cover.
Yeah.
I like that because it's like an animated.
Wow.
The animated cover.
Yeah, I agree.
That's good. That's really good. All right.
Oh dang! It's Mike's birthday in an hour. Oh snap!
Oh, happy birthday, brother! Let's see here. First Americans, Gargoyles, Quest, Ghostbusters, Back in Town, Godzilla. Did any of you guys get any of the Art Adams?
Art Adams. Those things are huge now. What are they? $500 now?
Yeah.
$400?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jeez, they keep climbing.
Oh, I do know someone that did get one, and he looked closely on a lot of those pictures. There's like color rub on those. It's
No
thicker,
way.
so
Really?
it has like binary tears, right? The back attracts like color rub like crazy. So be careful if you're buying those. Just look closely at the pictures.
Okay, so you
Excellent.
have first Dawkins as Wolverine. So go back after we look at this. Scotty Young
This is so
awesome.
this is so awesome.
Dude, doesn't it remind you of the scooter? Reminds you of the
Yeah.
scooter one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. I grabbed a couple of those. But Dawkins is on
This
the
one.
open to order, turning right there. Right there. So in the
No, cool.
depth, you get him turning into Wolverine. I think that's the only one with him on there is Wolverine.
That's pretty cool with the third claw too.
Yeah.
Wow, look, this might be a decent Kevin. Well, it's not a bad Kevin Eastman.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I agree.
I like those.
That's probably like one
background.
of his better. That's probably
Yeah.
one of his better Marvel covers.
Yeah.
We liked the 1 in 25 on FOC on
The
MC.
Sandoval. Yeah, this is amazing.
That's nice.
Yep.
I think
like
that's
that.
Wolverine.
Jackpot.
Dude, what the hell, man? I like this series strictly for the Lobos or Hughes incentive. Now they're not using them; they're using them as the regular cover.
Well, I'm kind of happy for Lobos for that. I'll be honest.
Well, yeah, I
That's
am
pretty
happy for
cool.
him, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about for me, my collection.
I agree. I agree, brother. I agree. Elizabeth Torque variant.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And then a costume variant for Paco Medina. No ratios on that.
Yeah.
King Spawn. Wow. That's a good cover.
Are you reading this by any
No.
chance? or-
No,
No?
I haven't read Spawn in a while. I wouldn't mind getting back into Spawn.
Yeah.
It's been a while though, I'll be honest. But that is a beautiful cover. So is that. Holy cow. Spawn covers have been great lately. That Misery one was good.
Does anyone know when those art contest covers are going to start coming out? Or have they already came out? Did I miss it?
I've been waiting.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Let's see. Oh, Midnight Suns. This is going to be good right here. I'm really looking forward to this. What a great Ken Lashley cover. Holy cow.
That's cool.
There's a pretty good concept cover for not the art, but the concept of it in this series where all the characters are in Blade's head. If you go back, you'll be able to see it.
This one right here.
Thought it was interesting. Yeah, that one right there on the right. Yeah, remind me of the Taskmaster 3 1 in 25 Shane Davis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Where,
cool. I like
He
that.
draws Taskmaster into her leg. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that Shane Davis variant was amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. And then they're gonna wow, this is a great cover too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I just like the also the second printings, the blood soaked ones.
Hmm.
It's gonna be an interesting series. I'm gonna check that out. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Let's see
There's a new
here.
ride.
Penguin number 10, Power Girl. All right.
I don't think there's any incentives, is there?
Is there no incentives? I saw this one. That was interesting.
I just saw open order, but I could be wrong.
Tony Daniel, there's no incentives. Man, this is rough. Whoa. Whoa. I love Tony Daniel too, but man, what's up with her face? Whew. This one's cool though. Really cool.
Interesting.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Probably could have made that a 1 in 25 easily.
Easily.
Yeah, that'd be a good call.
Yeah.
And a space kitty? Are you kidding?
Yeah, with the yarn. With the yarn, yeah. That was awesome. What's Primer? This is a DC book. Is anybody reading this or know anything about this? That looks interesting. I don't remember seeing this. To look into that. Red Sonja. Probably got a ton of great variants. Probably a great Carla Cohen variant. Let's just take a quick run through them.
The Bjorn's cover's pretty good.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. Wow. Linsner's great on Sonja. He's just really, really good. Frizen, Modern Icon, 1 in 10.
Interesting. It's different.
1 in 10 Thorn Classic, 1 in 15. Perillo. I love these. Yeah. Ultraviolet. Yeah.
That's cool.
Super cool. There's the Frizen 1 in 15 Virgin. So look at all those. All right. Next, Rise the Powers of X. Number 5. You've got a 1 in 100 version of the A cover. Interesting. But this one is the Sway 1 in 50. Yeah.
Right.
It's actually pretty good. Let's see if that shows up on the list. Yeah, the 1 in 25, that's pretty good too. Maybe not. It's, I don't know. All right. That's Rise of Powers of X. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver number 4. That's just a great A cover right there.
What's going on there?
Right? They're underwater. There's the stupid black costume variants. That's interesting. Marie Sauvage, right?
Shoes are red. I thought they were roller skates at first, but
yeah, that's a great cover.
If I cut my hair, should I try that style next?
Yes. 100%, bro.
You can cosplay as like Ace Ventura too.
Oh my god.
Sonic the Hedgehog number 69 has a 1 in 10. There you go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There's a really good black suit cover, I think, for Spider-Boy. It's open to order too. It's a homage to Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man, I think like 100 or 101 or something.
That's a good cover. That's a really good cover.
Yeah, it's fun.
There it is right there.
Oops. Wow. Oh, this? Yeah. Oh, my Lord. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big... Great. Yeah, that's going to be a hit.
And the Roz is selling for about $5 to $10 above ratio right now. 125.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah. That's actually really good. I like how Spider-Boy, they're giving Spider-Boy this almost look like a frog. Like I feel like a tree frog like look on him. You know what I mean? The way he's small and the poses they give him. It's very interesting.
It's because he's still a kid.
Yeah. Maybe it's the thing.
Or even like with the extra teeth and stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
the things on the head. Yeah. It's a cool character. I thought it was cheesy at first, but I got to be honest, without reading it and just seeing, some of the cool stuff, I like the way he looks.
So the character is kind of growing on you, but not enough to read it.
No, not yet. Not yet. But that could change.
Yeah.
Spider-Punk.
I mean, but I feel like that happens to like any new Spider character that like Marvel's like kind of pushing, right?
Yes.
That like people like do not like the change, right?
Uh-huh.
And then
Miles, Spider-Gwen, Miss Marvel. Yep.
Oh, I love that.
And then if those characters stand the test of time or whatever, then like, you know, it does appeal to someone, and that's why they keep on writing it at some point, right?
Yeah. This is a 10. That is fucking awesome.
Oh, you wouldn't take it to 11?
That is such a good cover.
What chord is he playing right there? That seems like weird. Just not sure.
Spider-Man web shooting.
Not
chord.
a diminished chord. Got to use that pinky.
It's like that open note chord, right? Where it's
Yep.
like, yeah.
This is a good cover too. The Patrick Gleason.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
You can probably guess like he's probably playing in a drop tune, so he's probably really just like trying to play A.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Strings are flapping.
Or it could be that slide, like where he's sliding.
Yeah. Star Trek Celebrations #1. Is there any variants? 1 in 10.
Hey, at least the finger positions are getting closer to right on the guitar instead of it being like.
Yeah, maybe a guitar player. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of trying to play the guitar like this or whatever.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if I wanted the 1 in 25 or the. I like this cover a lot.
So do I.
Yeah, I like this one as well.
I didn't know if I wanted the 1 in 25 or the Virgin, which is a version of the Open Order, as you can see right there. And I think they're both pretty popular right now.
That's amazing. That's so good.
Yeah.
Darth Maul is another character that it's hard to draw a bad cover with Darth Maul. He's just such a cool looking character that you can do just about anything with him to make him look cool. I mean, every single one of these covers are good. Here's the 1 in 100. Actually, I really like that, man.
Yeah.
That's a really good auto. And I like it with the trade dress, too. But the Open Order, it's the same. Okay. I thought, yeah. That's cool.
That's No Moon.
Jango Fett. Is there any variants for that? Nope.
Oh, wow. That's kind of shocking.
Yeah. High Republic #6. Adventures. I totally fell off of this.
I did too. I was reading like when it was in IDW, and then they delayed like when they started in Dark Horse, and then I just never put it on my pull box again.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy the read compared to the normal High Republic.
This is pretty freaking cool. Shout out to Trish and Tony. Get an image firsts.
Oh, that's when you.
Great.
Yeah, that's when you know you made it.
It is. It truly is, man. Being able to have that dollar book out there, that means, they believe in it. It's awesome.
It's interesting because I feel like I don't go a show without mentioning Tony the last like 3 months, because he has got to be the hardest working man in comics right now, or one of them right now. He's got 5 series books going on. He's doing variants. We talked about him. We had Ross Ritchie on and Nick Barucci, and basically, he's doing books for both of them right now. And Ross, we asked Ross what he thought about him. He talked about him. It was pretty cool. So shout out to Tony. I got to clip those and send them to him. That's really cool. And of course, Trish is working just as hard. She's doing a ton of crazy variants. Look at all these. There's even more.
I like how even with their growing popularity, they're still down to earth people.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Thundercats number 4. You got a metal variant. I like this style of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You're going to do a Slash, best of Slash.
No, that's cool. I like that a lot, actually. That cover's
Yeah.
What's this? This looks interesting. Trample. When her child is accidentally killed in a trap that was meant for her, a mother is forced to hunt down and destroy the lives of those responsible. Inspired by a ridiculous true story. That's pretty fucking cool. Garrett Gunn.
Yeah,
wow.
That's good, dude.
Yeah. That looks cool.
Ooh, I hope he's at San Diego. I have more of these blood coins to trade him.
Nice.
For something cool.
Nice. This looks really cool right here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. It's got a ton of variants too. Look at this. That regular cover is great. This is a C2E2 variant. Ryan Kincaid Kickstarter variant. So it must be a Kickstarter? Ivan Tout. Wow.
That one's cool. That's really cool.
Oh my lord, yeah. Metal variant. Retailer, thank you. That's cool. This looks really interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, must be $10. Somebody's complaining. $10 for 30 pages? Comics are expensive nowadays. Ultimate Spider-Man number 5. I haven't read it yet. But it's got a great 1 in 25. I like that a lot.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. And I think that's it. Only one incentive. It's got some retailer exclusives.
It's good to know that Spider-Man can do more than one pose.
This is that's a really good Inhuck Lee variant. Retailer exclusive. That's really good.
I like how I like how it plays off of the miles in between
the
the
margins.
margins.
Yeah.
Universal Monsters. This was a big book when the first one came out. Here's number 2. That's actually a really cool cover. It's got a 1 in 10, a 1 in 25 black and white. Oh, look at this. It's a 1 in 50. That's really good. Yeah, that's really good. And then look at this one. Is going to be a hit. 1 in 75 Christian Ward.
That's cool.
Oh, man. That'd be a cool
And then
print to have.
And then who's ordering 75 copies of this?
Yeah.
Like, unless your store's like horror based or something like that. It's the only thing I could think of.
Again, Skybound continuing to just be smart, have great moves, doing all the Universal Monster stuff.
Yeah,
that's very cool.
Oh, each monster has his own cult following, so that's really smart, actually.
Yeah. And they're going to put out the Walking Dead image first again. How many times?
It's going to be like the 10th version of it.
Yeah.
I'm serious. There's so many of the image first of that one. It's crazy.
And it's just the image first, right? 10th version of the image first. Right?
Yep. World Tree number 10. Are there any good variants on this? Ooh, I like that. That's really cool. That's just a regular open order variant. That's super
with the keyboard?
Cool. Yeah. 1 in 25. 1 in 10.
What was that?
I just said bad joke. I said the keyboard was messed up. It's not.
Yeah, you're right.
It's because someone popped out. Someone popped up the keys. You know how you could use the pop-up keys and like move them around.
They did. They moved them around. That's exactly what they did. Well, there's.
I did that
3.
once to a guy I worked with, and he spent 20 minutes on the phone with IT. Couldn't figure out why his password wouldn't work, and it was.
Did he type like this?
It was the best thing ever. We were dying. And he's just like just so mad because he types, he's a little finger typer.
Looking,
he just couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work. And it's to this day we're still best friends, but like it is still one of those I bring it up for all the time. I'm like, dude, he still can't type normally either. So
you can't do my job without knowing how to type. I can tell you that.
There's a image first world tree too. That's cool.
Yeah. Yep. Right there.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if that's gonna get an error too. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. X-Men Wedding Special. It's got the homage. That's a really good cover.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
That's a really good cover. That's a great homage.
They've been doing really good homages lately, like for these other titles and stuff like that. So
yeah,
hats off to Marvel. If you're watching us, we appreciate it.
There's a Russell Dodderman variant for all the Russell Dodderman fans. Gwenpool's on it, and then Wolverine number 50, Frank Miller variant.
Ooh, that's gonna be the #1 book next week.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be the blow book of the week. Kiketo. Here's the 1 in 100 Linnell Francis Yu. I just think that costume is such goofy idea, but I guess it's working. There's a 1 in 25. That's actually pretty good. It's not bad. Really bloody.
He spent so much time to get out of the animatium
right
shielding.
Back in it.
Like
yeah.
he's right back in it now.
Really good Stegman. That's a good Stegman Wolverine. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really good. And then the 1 in 200 Frank Miller.
He was like, Capullo can do this, so can I.
Yeah. And that looks like it's it. I think that's it for New Comic Day. There we go.
Oh, that was today? Okay, so never mind. That's going to be the #1 book this week.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
So buy it now so you can sell it this weekend.
Yeah.
And get in early.
Yeah. That's the way it works, man. It's pretty interesting. You got anything interesting going on, Clutch? You got anything new coming up? Any good cons or anything?
Yeah, there's
The answer is just yes.
San Diego is going to be a very busy week. I can tell you that right now.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be doing. I'm kind of eBay Live's got a big. They're planning a pretty big presence again this year, like they did last year. So there'll be a lot of that stuff.
I'm excited because then I get to buy something and pick it up from you at the con.
No pickups, man. Only ship, dude. Only ship.
Oh, dang it.
I'll have stuff there.
The one year that
I'm doing actually, I'm working. It's a cool thing. I'm working with eBay and Skybound to do Skybound's convention variants. So yeah, they put us together.
That's huge.
It's going to be massive. And then I'm also doing something with Image and eBay as well, and Top Cow. So.
Ooh,
nice.
We'll be announcing that in the next couple weeks, but it's a lot of stuff, and it's gonna be fun. So got some really cool artists on board for the covers, and and I'm gonna do some live streams with guests on eBay Live. So it's gonna be packed. And then I'm also consulting on another thing as well for San Diego. So helping
be really busy.
Company out when that's gonna might be the biggest thing at Comic-Con this year. It's bananas.
Oh, sweet. I'm excited I get to go to this con then.
Yeah.
I would give this guy a follow if you want to see all those updates.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
San Diego's going to be fun this year. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm just going to go.
There's
and
a lot of,
hang out.
I've been talking to a lot of dudes on the side. Like, there's a lot of fun things getting put together.
I'm excited because this is my first San Diego.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. We're going to have a good trip. For those of you guys that don't know, Yee's going to be flying into Phoenix, and then me and Yee are going to be renting a car, driving to San Diego to meet up with Leg, And it looks like you guys know how that weekend's going to be already. And then we get to hang out with, hopefully we'll catch Clutch at the right times because he's going to be running around like crazy. I know we will. We're going to be hanging out with, a ton of you guys are going to be going. If you guys haven't let us know if you're going, hit me up. We definitely want to hang out. There's nothing better than, San Diego, being able to just go jump. The way I do San Diego is different than most. I like to be able to like just go into the con and jump out, go in, jump out, go in, jump out, instead of staying there the whole day. And it's the Gas Lamp District has got too many good places to eat. And I look at my cons as I'm not a big drinker. I drink maybe 3 times a year. And then of course, if there's like a bad times, I'll share a drink with a friend every once in a while, but I rarely drink. And I'll be enjoying myself in San Diego this year. That's for sure. So I'm getting ready for it right now. I always have to train myself for San Diego. I'm like walking like an extra mile at night, and drinking more. I'm drinking like tons of water and preloading with vitamins.
I'm already starting to take staircases instead of elevators at work now.
Get that cardio, man, for sure.
Yeah, I do that anyways, like every so often, but like I'm starting to do that like more often. And then like I went to go take a staircase today with like a group of people, and everyone's like, "Why are you taking the staircase?" I was like, "It's only 1 floor up." And they're like, "But yeah, we're carrying a ladder." I'm like, it's not a heavy ladder, so like, but whatever.
San Diego's gonna be an absolute blast. So I'm really looking forward. It's coming up quick, man. It is just.
Yeah, it's just inching away.
And then I get to get out of town. It's already like 100+ degrees here in Phoenix, so I get to spend some time out of town, which is gonna be nice.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
I think it's like 90 something here already, but it because of the feels like it's like ridiculous. It's like way over
today
100.
was brutal out here too. It was like 73, 74.
Oh my god, that sounds so horrible.
Dying, dude. I didn't know what to do. I had like a little air, like a spray gun to mist myself down. It was so hot.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
You're like, I had to pull out my shorts,
Yeah. This was interesting. What is this? Hold on. There was a video, or there was not a video. There was, if you guys didn't know, Major League Baseball came out, and I guess they're incorporating a bunch of the Negro League records into Major League Baseball.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And this is interesting to me because if they're going to incorporate these, which they're saying they're making Josh Gibson the all-time batting leader, wouldn't he be considered like the most home runs in a season too? Didn't he have some records for like that too? So I wonder if it's interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I don't remember what his stats were, but it's really interesting to listen to all the stuff today. I mean, it's pretty sweet.
It is.
And it is a weird thing because it's like, you look back on it and you're like, oh man, like MLB was pretty, it was pretty shitty to kind of have it so separated for all those years and to kind of like wash over it. But it's cool to like for them to kind of finally show some, well,
when you think about
players and like,
yeah, when you think about all the players that, came from the Negro Leagues, first of all, that are all, actually got a chance to play in the Major League Baseball, that are considered greats. Well, Josh Gibson never did. There was a lot of players that never did that got to play in Major League Baseball. So it's it makes sense.
Did you see they're giving him a Bowman first too?
Yeah, they already have a Bowman first.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
oh, wow.
It's already out. It's coming out, or it's not out yet. Is it already out yet? Is it this Bowman that it's?
I don't know. Let me check the checklist.
I think
That's
it
awesome.
is. Yeah. But I like these cards. These this is a top Sterling bat, 1/1.
That's
Josh
crazy.
Gibson bat. Yeah.
Damn.
Authentic bat barrel. There's the bottom of it.
Those cards are always 6 with the bat barrel.
Yeah.
Bat barrel, yeah.
So
I like Otani because it's all the kanji characters.
Let's go look and let's see if there's anything available. It's 50,000. Somebody wants 50,000 for the Superfractor. It's been pulled.
It's already been pulled? Jesus.
Yeah. 2023 Bowman Chrome.
3 Bowman Chrome. So that's last year's.
Wow.
This is the only signed baseball on Earth signed by Josh Gibson. They want 600,000 for it.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
How do you prove that though, too?
That's a great question. Let's see. Letter of authenticity, PSA DNA. So they say, in our opinion. It says inscriptions read July 8th, 1942, Homestead Grays underneath his signature. And that's the team he played for. That's cool.
Nice.
As part of the authenticity process, this item has been permanently marked with a proprietary invisible ink that contains a patented strand of synthetic DNA. Jesus, I didn't know that. Synthetic DNA, which will fluoresce under a calibrated laser. Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah. That is cool. Wilson Baseball. So I've seen this many a times before. The 74 Negro League cards. The Black Stars. That's a cool card. 20,000 for a PSA 8. Wow. There's a ungraded $5,000. Shakey's Pizza, 1976, $5,000.
Wow. Some manager of a Shakey's Pizza is like,
What
kind
is
of like,
this?
I'm sitting on gold.
There's another signed baseball. What?
So now there's 2 in existence.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another one of those Black Stars. 17 bids, $790. Here's a Topps Tier 1 piece of a bat, a relic. That's pretty cool. 600 for the orange refractor for the first Bowman. I think that's it. Is there any super old, really old Josh Gibson cards actual? I don't think so. That's pretty interesting. I could be wrong. Let's see here. Let's go to sold. I would love to get one of those Black Stars sets, the whole set. Yeah. If there's anything that he has, it's going to be super expensive. That's anything old. Even past when he dies, like those 76 Shakey's Pizza and that type of stuff. But yeah, that's very interesting. Good for MLB to do that. That's something cool. Real quick, this is very cool. Shout out to Aaron Craig, who is a great artist. We've had him on the channel before. He did that great Doom print for Mondo at last year's San Diego Comic-Con, and I thought this was super cool. This is a Wonder Bread He-Man art piece that he's doing, where he's taking the Wonder Bread bags and he's like cutting up and I thought that was very cool, man. Hold on, let me go back. Yeah, right? Of course, if you guys don't know, the famous Wonder Bread He-Man is like the holy grail of He-Man collectibles. So keep an eye on his IG. He's going to be showing pieces at his gallery, which is the gallery where he shows his pieces. Maybe you guys can get some of those. And then there was one other thing that I thought was interesting for baseball. Did you see this, E? The Bowman or the Topps Platinum? Yeah.
Yeah. So this got pulled at a game, and then they did not have a sleeve or top loader to put it in.
And look how he's holding it.
Yeah, I know. When I saw the way he was holding it, I was like, that corner is fucked. And then he sent it in the PSA, got a 10.
Yeah.
I was like, how did this get a 10? Like with his thumb like in that corner. but I don't know. I'm not a card creator, I guess. I guess it's such good press, right? That he pulled it at a Yankees game while Jason was playing or whatever, and then,
Yeah.
Now
You know what I love about this? So many. You're starting to see a bunch of baseball players that are getting into collecting cards, and now Evan Longoria he says paper 10s period are tough. Can I have the grader's name so I can suggest him for next Stub?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see what who was it? I think it was Bobby Witt Jr. and Corbin Carroll did.
Yeah, where they put the cards in their back. Yeah.
Yeah, and they played.
Cool. That was fun.
And then they inscribed them too. And
yeah.
I forget exactly how you can get them. It's probably some promo that Topps is doing, but yeah.
Yeah, that's on here somewhere. I showed it the other week, I think.
And whoever is running the Topps social media, like Instagram page,
yes,
they are doing a killer job of not only like finding like classic breaks of like people pulling like unknown prospects at the time, like who's this Mike Trout guy, or Ronald Acuna Jr. I heard he's pretty good.
Yeah. This was one. This happened this week. They opened a 2009 Topps basketball box, and look what they pulled.
It's Curry.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they could pull the Steph Curry refractor. And for those of you guys that don't know, there are some really famous cards that they don't know if they've been pulled yet. If they've been pulled, they've never shown up, and the Steph Curry super refractor is one of them.
That's so funny. I have a video that like I saved to watch today. It was like the top 5 missing sports cards, and like
yes,
the Steph Curry, Luka Black is
Luka
still out there.
Black was. Oh, Did you know there's an Otani
super refractor
1/1?
Yeah,
that's
Bowman.
still out there. That's for
third
Bowman.
variation.
Still, So, because the hitting and the pitching one have been pulled,
yes,
and they've sold multiple times. So the only one that's missing is the short print alt pick. So I thought that one was a pretty cool one. I didn't know about that one.
Wow.
So Bowman 2024 Bowman Megas are starting to show up in people's hands.
I'm getting 3 boxes Friday.
I opened 3 because I got the same one, and I did pull an auto. I pulled he was a first Bowman last year. He was like the 80th pick for Kansas City, but it was cool to pull an auto, and they look really good. But these are freaking gorgeous. They're black Mojo 1/1s.
That's cool.
Look how beautiful these things are. Here's the thing that they piss me off though. Last year they started putting vets in the Mojo packs. Like,
because usually
it's only
I thought it was usually
prospects
just like prospects.
And then they like a few years ago they started putting rookies in there, which I'm cool with. But don't put vets in there. Nobody wants vet Mojo.
Especially in the Bowman product too.
Oh, look at that.
Hey.
Paul Skeens, you can pull Mojos out of there. Dylan Cruz, I don't know who that is, but those look gorgeous. Those look absolutely beautiful. Those are in the Bowman Megas, which is the main reason you buy them. Speaking of that, what you were talking about with the seeing the pulls, this was one of them.
That looks different. That looks odd. Here we go.
Numbered to 25.
Rookie. Wow.
Yeah!
Okay.
Shohei Otani, numbered to 25. And if you guys don't know, if you guys don't know, there is another very famous video of somebody pulling a numbered to 50 Shohei Otani rookie auto on an old Flipside video.
Where is Vinny?
Yeah, where is Vinny? Vinny's traveling the world. He's in some crazy country or something, I imagine.
I mean, he sold his at the right time too, at the peak of what Otani cards were hitting, right?
Yes.
Like, I want to say his hit over 40K.
Yeah, it sold for over 40K. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think if you sold it nowadays, it would get anywhere close to that. I mean, I would expect still like around 20, probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, like with all his like scandal stuff and him moving to the Dodgers, I don't know if that hurts or gains.
Well, I think him moving to the Dodgers probably helps him get even
bigger because of bigger audience and all that.
Yeah,
or bigger following for the Dodgers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Right. That would be my thought process.
I agree as a Dodger fan.
Well, I mean, the way he's playing is unreal right now. It's freaking crazy. And
okay, so make sure to wear Astros hat around clutch next time I see him.
Yeah, and he's starting to throw more often. It sounds like too. So, all right. So you guys, no market report tonight. I just been too busy, and I was hoping that Hood was gonna jump on and show us the. We gotta see what's in the box. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
So, Hood is supposed to come on and open up the Wonderworld Comics pressing order, and they're supposed to be.
Where has Hood been?
I don't know.
Because he was on Friday night, but I don't think he was on Saturday night.
Yeah, you just gotta let that guy roam, man. He does what he does. He's
probably busy pressing. You know what I mean? Because like I heard of this order coming in. I have no idea what's in it, but I heard of another order that he got where it's like kind of like, oh wow.
Yeah. That's the life of a presser, right? But without having a market report tonight, I do want to show you guys probably one of the coolest things that I've ever seen up for auction. Being a hockey fan, this is a golden auction for a graded ticket.
Has
of
their
the great
debut.
one.
But for the great one, it was October 10th, 1979.
Into the far corner to get the Oilers into this hockey game.
For the Edmonton Oilers, it was also their first NHL game in franchise history. 45 years later, it most notably marks the first NHL game of the great one, Wayne Gretzky. During the game, Gretzky picked up his first NHL point and assist on legendary defenseman Kevin Lowe's first NHL goal.
So this is pretty amazing because not only is this this the first Gretzky game, I'm pretty sure it's the first Kevin Lowe game, and I'm pretty sure it's the first Mark Messier game. All those guys were on that team, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't have rookies until the next year. But the crazy thing is that for those of you guys that don't know the history of Wayne Gretzky, he first started playing pro with a team in Indianapolis, I think, called the Aces. I could be wrong, but it was another hockey team. And the WHL and the NHL converged, and that team didn't play anymore. So he started playing for Edmonton, which it was their first game, in the NHL. Just crazy history, and this right here has got to be. I'm really looking forward to see what it goes for.
That's pretty sweet.
Right?
I do love this whole graded ticket stuff. It's pretty cool.
It's awesome, man. I mean, and this is just a stub.
And it's not graded either, but
authentic, just authentic. Yeah. Which I think that's smart.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh man, I wonder if there's how many more are going to show up. That's the thing I always love is that there's probably one of these out there sitting in a shoebox full of tickets.
that ink is pretty good too. Still on a ticket from
Oh, yeah.
79, like because I have tickets from like 2000 where you can barely even read what the text says.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy cow. And didn't Golden just sign up with eBay? Aren't they? Didn't eBay buy Golden? Did eBay buy Golden? So,
and then but Golden is like King Golden is still involved.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Golden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, you can't beat that. Hey, Clutch, was this the artist that you talked to us about?
Sveta Haas, yeah. She did some stuff with Top Cow last year.
Oh.
And yesterday's the pin company.
Oh,
she's
man.
Yeah. I like that company. I have something.
And she just did like an action figure too. Like I saw that Josh had that posted on. He had it posted on his IG.
Oh my
but he got
God.
his in. Yeah, she's great.
She's unreal. What did she?
Yeah,
do
she
for
did a cool. She did a yesterday's just released their San Diego merch today. Their drop. Oh yeah, they did this figure. It was just sweet.
Look at that.
But she did a Misfit shirt with this kind of like one of her girls, but like I think she has like the Misfit, the skull paint, and then like she's basically wearing a skull outfit of some such. It's awesome.
She's amazing.
I got this one from last year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They also released a Misfits Spawn #1 homage too shirt.
Oh, that's
and,
cool.
Card.
I want to get one of these. I need to find one of these.
For a while, I was collecting pins, and they have some really cool pins too, as well. So, like, if you ever see them at a booth, like they did the, official license merch with the Misfits.
This is my favorite shit that she does. This style of pinup, the Halloween stuff. It's so good.
It's so cool.
Yeah, she's amazing. Where's she from? Oh, she did Witchblade stuff. Wow. First San Diego. That was last year at San Diego?
Yeah, that was last year.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to be on the lookout for that now. Oh, this is awesome. Vera DeMilo.
Oh, the pinup that she's doing for yesterday's. That looks really cool with the Misfits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She talks about it, right? Let's see here. Yesterday's. Right here. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sick.
That is awesome. Well, another reminder.
Yeah, check out that Spawn one on the right. That was cool too.
Oh, man. This is going to be a San Diego exclusive too.
Yeah.
Oh, and for those that don't know, it's best to order them online and then pick it up at the con.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't just walk up to the booth and buy it. That I asked people to buy this, like some of the stuff for me last year, and then you had to pre-order it online, pick it up at the con.
Yep.
Yeah, their stuff they get swamped at the show.
Right, and then but they do have like the online release, but they make it like a different color, right?
And you can also order them. You can order them to deliver too. I think you just don't get the card, so you can actually have those shirts shipped, but you just don't get the card. So,
yeah,
they're a big part of the con. I think I got some pins from them at San Diego. I think was it might have been Jay Stevens stuff. I can't remember. No. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. A little the fireball flower. It says "Get lit." That's cool.
I like how they stay relevant. So, like, even like internet culture, like, yeah.
Simon and DJ are awesome. They're great.
Wow. Yeah, there's the one from last year. So, there we go. Well, anything else you guys got that you want to talk about?
You guys have a kick out of this though. I did. So my buddy Tim Daniel helped me design some. So I had those trading cards a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And
I just found one of mine the other day going through a box.
I need to do an update. So I've got 2 new versions coming. And this is, I just got the copies in today.
Oh, nice.
Let's see if it'll focus in on here. Oh my god, my stupid face.
Hold your hand behind it like this. There you go. Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's
nice.
awesome, dude. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
It's chrome too.
So these are foils. They're all numbered as well. And there's 4 different
Ooh.
foils. And then
Nice.
I've got this one, which is
Hold on. Oh wow.
This is the Skybound. This is like the anniversary cover they did with me.
That's awesome.
So I just had it done.
Nice.
So yeah, those will be. Then I have regular versions, and then there's like 4 different colors of 4 different versions of the foils. All the foils are numbered, which is cool. I used the company that I think Murat and those guys use. So
yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
Oh, so the paper quality is gonna be really good too. On top of
Yeah,
that.
the cards are a little thinner than I'd like, these ones, but the other ones I got coming in are actually printed from an actual guy who prints on like actual like nice baseball cardstock. He does a lot of stuff for Tops, so those
That's
will be
cool.
the regular versions. Will be those, and then the foils will be the like bonus ones for people.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that after the show or at some point because I need to get some cards made for the channel. I always wanted to do that. Always wanted to do that. So but
yeah, because Tops used to do like custom cards for you, but they don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
like they just do little league cards or whatever you really wanted to do.
James Kreider says free cornbread about Sveta. Her first cover is Nightwalker's #1. It's available on her Etsy, and she's from Ukraine. Well, that's where I'm going to be going right after the show. So shout out to James Kreider, one of the best content creators for comic books and pop culture on IG. Make sure you guys follow him. So I'm going there right now. DT says, where's that t-shirt, McClay? I'm working on them, you guys. I am actually working on t-shirts. No, seriously, I'm working on them. I got a new idea last night while talking to the guys on the industry show. I thought it would be funny to do a shirt that says something like first print or die, because, and then on the back it says ... unless you have a 2nd through 5th or something like that, something along that idea. But I want to do a Beyond Wednesday shirt, and we talked about this on the show, so I'm working on it, where it's got little like circles. I'm coming up with the plans, but it's got like little circles, and in the circles are hand sign language for hands. Right, and it's going to have the I love you. It's going to have the rock hand, and then it's going to have a finger, and it's going to say what it is under it, and then it'll say Beyond Wednesdays. Cool. Yeah. So that's going to be, and it would be cool to try and have maybe the first one available for San Diego. We'll see if I can do that. So good shit. But Ryan Hayslip says, you already discussed the Marvin Jr. lawsuit with Fanatics. No, for those of you guys that don't know, Marvin Harrison Jr., who was the number 4th overall pick in the draft, probably a lot of people said was the best prospect in the draft. He's the wide receiver from Ohio State. Did not sign and is refusing to do anything with Fanatics. So he might not have cards. He might not have. He probably won't have autographs. Might not have cards of any kind. It's very interesting. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that and see how it continues. But that being said, short show tonight, you guys. Make sure you sub up if you're not already subbed up. Hit that like button if you haven't already done that. Shout out to all 113 who have hung out with us till the end. Great show last night with Ross Ritchie and Nick Barucci. Long story short, tomorrow night, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So yeah, on Near Nirvana. So as long as my band practice doesn't take too long, so we'll see.
There we go.
But I'm going to try to go to work early.
Yeah. Yes, there are Bowman University cards of Marvin Harrison Jr. in his Ohio State uniform. So if you're college fans, pick that up. Wonderworld Comics says, short show. What's that like? Yeah, last night's show was a 4-hour show last night. That should have been chopped up into 2 hours. It was crazy. It was too much. But yeah.
We'll make sure when Drew and I come on in 2 weeks, we'll keep it super short. 45 minutes or out.
Amen. Amen. That being said,
5 hours later. Sorry.
That's how it fucking works. Yeah, that's how it works, man. You say it's going to be a short show, and you just jinxed yourself. So it's going to be a 6-hour show now.
Great.
Before we go, I want to go over one final thing, and that is a big shout out to our boy Vintage Comics and Toys. If you guys haven't been following the saga of Phil from Vintage Comics and Toys, I want to take you guys along a quick path to showing you what he's been doing. He has decided to go on a buying spree, right? And if you go to his IG, you can follow along on the whole thing. So there's day one. He talks about, going places, off to a bad start, car rental, understaffed, they're overbooked, so he couldn't get his car rental. He goes, he just starts talking. He starts showing some of the books he's seeing and that he's buying, and he's, what he's eating. And he just starts having the worst times. Tornadoes.
It's crazy. It's so crazy.
All these fucking tornadoes and thunderstorms.
But the books he's finding too.
Right?
While this is all happening.
Survived another tornado. He had, went and saw a bunch of books. He's going off to Indy, maybe Cincinnati. And he keeps going. He's on a search for AF-15. He went through hell after eating White Castle like everybody does, and couldn't see the AF-15, all these problems. He's just got all these problems. Another tornado, heading into more tornadoes. Keeps going. Found a payphone. That's kind of cool. Free calls. There you go.
Seems kind of sketchy.
Wait, what does it say? Hold on.
There's a payphone here.
Hold on.
Look at that. Oh my God, there's a payphone here. Look at this.
The yellow note said there was free calls for the weather, money tips, and job advice. LOL. So there you go. So it just kept getting worse and worse for this guy, and he kept on making the best of it. Right? He goes.
So the journey's gonna take another spin. Looks like I may miss my connecting flight, and I have to go to another terminal. I got 23 minutes to get off the flight, go to another terminal, run, try to make my flight. Looking like I'm staying in Detroit. I've already made plans to get another flight in the afternoon. So if I happen to be in Detroit for a night, I'm going to do another comic hunt. So.
All right, so it continues, right? Much respect and appreciate you all for the support.
I didn't make it, guys. I didn't make the flight. Boarding ended. All right, there it is. They won't recall the flight. I'm going to stay a night in Detroit.
So he has to stay in Detroit. Luckily, last night when this happened, during the show, he called up our boy Dennis and said, "Hey, maybe I'll stop by and eat breakfast with you." So yeah. He's going to go get a hotel.
To my hotel room at the Holiday Inn, and the door was like open, and like I thought someone was inside, and like I had to like peel the door, peel the corner, make sure no one was inside, Drama.
Look at there's duct tape.
There's duct tape on the door.
The door that he's going into in the hotel. He was freaked out.
And then he hit a body, afterwards. So
looks like someone purposely duct taped the door to my room at the hotel to keep the door not locked. Like, this guy is a trooper. Dude, I would have called it quits. I'd been like, all right, I'm fucking done. I'm going home. So
I'm renting a car and driving home.
So because he was a trooper, he gets to go and hang out and meet a lot of people. and dealt with all that. But on top of all that, he gets to go hunt in one of the best places to dig for comics and toys, the Wonder World Theater Vault.
I'm at the Wonder World Comics warehouse in Detroit. This is day 5 of the comic hunt, and I'm actually in a movie theater.
This is Dennis's vault.
So much stuff in here. You gotta take a look. Boxes of vintage and modern comics. This is the DC and indie Golden Age section. Here's just like one box of good girl art, silver and golden. A lot of it's not bagged. Here are some of the books I picked out. We're gonna try to do a bundle deal, figure out what we can do, but a lot of old backstock, vintage, pretty fun stuff, for sure. And yeah.
It's awesome.
And he even has...
Look at all these G.I. Joes.
Loose G.I. Joe figures. So much cool stuff. Say hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Woo!
Yeah.
Look at that. Day 5 comic hunt at the Wonder World Comics warehouse. Look at all the good books that he got. So you went through it, my friend. You had to go through hell, but it paid off, and you stuck with it. So make sure you guys go give Vintage Comics and Toys on IG a follow. Phil's an OG, one of the good guys. And
so good.
I thought that was hilarious. So that being said, you guys, go ahead.
Even on the road trip, he even jumped onto the "How may we help you" sell too.
There we go. That's what I'm
awesome.
talking about. Yeah.
There you go.
So that being said, we are out of here. Much love. Peace.